So on this problem 5, straightforward is the 2 seconds for 1 cycle. So the period 2 pi over b equals 2, and we solve for b getting pi. So that's a pretty simple part of this problem. Maximum height of 48, and we're assuming the nail is right on the ground. It hits the ground, goes up 48, and comes back down to the ground. So there's no gap, so to speak. Amplitude's 24 and 24, so we have a 24 here. And we say plus 24 because the center of this whole graph will be right in the middle of the sinusoidal function. So it's gonna actually start. I think we have to assume right here in part C at what height will the nail be after he has biked for 3 minutes. So I think we're going to assume it starts on the ground, picks up the nail, and then continues the cycle thus. So the question is, what about this minus c? In order to get the sine function to start at its lowest point, think about where it normally starts. I have here in purple, it starts at 0 and rises and then drops and so forth. You want it to start in the negative region, so this would be shifting the purple guy to the right, a shift of right, a quarter of a cycle, like we've been talking about. Quarter of a cycle, quarter of 2 seconds would be 0.5, and so I end up with this 0.5. So my function height as a function of time is better notation, is amplitude of 24. Our period, this b value became pi. We shift to the right 0.5, and the plus 24, it just centers, the center of the graph is right there at 24. And if you plug in, this is better notation instead of y, h of t, if you plug in 180 seconds, because 3 minutes is 180 seconds, you get 0 centimeters. Which makes sense because if the period is 2 seconds, 180 seconds would be an even number of 2 seconds. Let's see, 2 goes into 180 90 times, so it'd be like 90 cycles. And it starts off on the ground, so it would be 0 centimeters high.